This is a live video I'm putting on the Makers Movement. I'm in my workshop today, and I want to take this opportunity to clarify and dispel what might be. I had somebody congratulating me the other day for achieving a career, making a living doing what I love, and I accepted their congratulations and was very happy with the idea. But I don't make a living doing what I do here in my workshop. The reason I've kept up this lifestyle of robbing Peter, the reason I've kept making boards professionally is not because I've been making a living. The reason I've kept up is because I see that a great living could be made, not only for me, but for many people, making skateboards. And the reason that Eric Sanders and I and some other folks started the Makers Movement was specifically because of our sense of being convinced by evidences that maker-made skateboards holds a strong potential for the good of skateboarding as a whole. The skateboard deck is the heart of skateboarding, and if we restore the making of skateboard decks to prominence, the qualities and the provenance and authenticity of production, if we restore that to a prominent place in skateboarding's culture, that can only mean good things for skateboarders. So I'm in my workshop today, and I was thinking of you guys in the Makers Movement with me, and I wanted to ask a question. Yesterday, after years and years of making skateboards, I finally started shopping for some of my first fiber laminates. I'm just wanting to do glass inlay, 2 layers of glass under layer 1 and layer 7 with 5 layers in between. And I began to go online and research buying biaxial fiberglass. And one reason I haven't done that is because I've been really focused on getting a really great layup in simple 7-ply. And the other reason, another reason is I'm shy of offering gimmicks that raise people's expectations too high. For the entire time I've known that a glass lay in a 7-ply or even a 6-ply really makes a durable skateboard. And I recently encountered a well-known quote. If you're in the know on the inside, this quote is from some really important people in the industry, big decision makers, big influence holders. And the quote is, "A skateboard that lasts 3 weeks is, quote, stealing from the industry," unquote. Well, a glass reinforced deck, even of traditional layup with just 2 layers of glass in it, is really going to last. And I'm interested in incorporating that now that I've got my 7-layer stuff, really well dialed in. Part of what precipitated my interest, and I am asking you guys, that my question for the Makers Movement is, what glass do you think I should buy? What fiberglass product is heavy enough and light enough weight? I'm not going to be using epoxy resins. I'm going to lay this glass up with my simple 1-part glue. I am certain I'll get a good result with an ample amount of 1-part glue with the glass. And I'm thinking of getting a very light biaxial I've seen 1.5 ounce, 6 ounce, 8 ounce, 12 ounce, 14 ounce in the basic, plebeian offerings of fiberglass. And I'd like to know what's a good starting weight of fiberglass to use for layups in skateboards. Now, if you guys are going to tell me I have to use epoxy, I want you to know that I'm not gonna start with epoxy, because I think that's a conventional wisdom I'd like to challenge. At this point, I suspect that I won't need to use epoxy. That if I lay them up with my plain old traditional glue, that I'm going to get a dang good result. And I'm hopeful that I'm right, and I'm more than willing to be wrong. I'm always happy to find out I'm wrong, because then I know that I'm wrong. I'm not mixing epoxy and having all that mess in my workshop without having tested it out with the simple 1-part water cleanup glue. But the question for you guys is not which glue do you think I should use, but rather, which glass do you think I should use? I looked on a few longboard production sites, and they were talking about 600 GTX YZ PDQ special space age letters and number combinations, and anytime I see those, I think, yep, they're probably using 1.5 ounce roll, $14 for 50 feet. Yeah, Greg Provasniks, thanks for a sweet comment. I really appreciate the positivity. Fact is, Titebond 2 is a superb skateboard making glue. I'm not using it right now, but I have 5 gallons of it at my feet, ready to come into circulation. And I am confident that Titebond 2 is an excellent glue, not only because of many mainstream folks that have used it, but because I have seen the work of our very own Frank Purcelli. And his boards are stout. I've become convinced, in fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have used, I've made flow decks for my local crew and done extensive durability testing on glues all the way down to Elmer's white glue. And E-Glass. Oh, Justin Price Nelson is here. Justin, you are a fount of knowledge. And I love you, brother. I've been thinking about our board swap concept and stuff. You're not forgotten by me. I would say I'm busy. I am busy. I have a very busy family. I have a very busy life. The first half of my day was spent trying to get car parts for broken down cars, because we're all paralyzed over here. I'm driving my wife's little Blueberry car. And that's the way life is, though. That's what life is like. I spent another part of my day looking into a new workshop location. Just a mile away from this location is a workshop that I'm looking at and might make a move to in the next month. It'll take me about 2 days to move out of this place right here. What I got there? Yeah, I'm good. It'll take me about 2 days to move out of here. But that's my question. And I don't, Justin, E-Glass, whatever waste E-Glass is, I don't know what E-Glass is. Is that something I could just Google and buy? I've never heard of E-Glass. So if you guys could use this thread to discuss internal fiber laminate. What we're talking about is penultimate internal fiber laminate. The glass I was looking at, the 1.5 ounce glass I was looking at, is really cheap. I can get like 50 by 10 for like $14, $11. And that's a lot of boards right there. I just would snip it off in pieces. I'd snip it in strips and put it on a roll. And guys, I have to tell you, I don't mind a bit having some fiberglass on me in the workshop. I was just pricing up as well. Does anyone know what's the best apron to buy? I want to buy an apron. I've gotten past having sawdust in my pockets all the time. I think it's time for me to buy a nice apron. I would go with a canvas apron, probably, not a leather one. I am a sucker for leather. Well, you guys know I like the biker stuff. Or for the Aussies among us, bikey stuff. Big shout out to our friends in the UK and Australia right now. Thank you all for participating in the Makers Movement. I'm not going to say that I have great plans for the Makers Movement, but I have a great desire to bring makers together and make skateboard making a much, much, much more common feature in our market and culture than it has been. And I hope that we succeed by helping each other, by open sourcing all of this tech, by giving away the secrets, helping each other succeed. I think we're going to make a difference for years and years and years to come. Because you guys are making the greatest skateboards I've ever seen. I have yet to skate a dangerous skateboard from our friend down south in Australia. But I am seeing beautiful work, not only aesthetically, but the durability and concaves are looking real good. I'd like to encourage everyone to purchase a good concave from the CNC guys, or to build a concave for yourselves and get good work done. And look at the warp and weft in that. Look at all the humps and lumps that would go through a sander in a factory. And it will not be sanded here. It will be properly rolled with attention to get a proper depth of. See, I'm talking glue now. I'm passionate about rolling glue. When I roll glue, I'm like layer by layer. I'm just putting my soul into this board, making sure that every crevice, every fiber has got glue contact enough to stay viscous until the time it's under pressure, and to soak the bond nice and deeply. And I just love what I'm seeing here. A factory glue machine can't do what I just did. Oh, I spotted a spot. It needs just a little more love. There it is. I always keep indirect light on my table so I can look and see if there are any dry spots on the wood. And there we are. Well, that's 3 decks laid up, and I got to take it. Fiberglass? I don't know. Okay, good. No, there's nothing wrong with wood. No, I want to know what a good layup in fiberglass is. I'm going to start playing with some stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off of here and put these into the press. Blessings, peace, and I'll catch you soon.